I'm actually going to go back over a case that's not too old, but it's back trending. It's a case about Amber Guyger, the police officer that shot and killed Botham Jean. She claims that she was in the wrong apartment. She claims that the intruder wouldn't stop. She claims that she gave the order for him to stop. So she shot twice, hit him one time in the chest, and he was rushed to the hospital and died. Well, the reason I'm discussing this is because the grand jury went ahead and indicted her on murder charges. At first, it was manslaughter, but the grand jury wasn't assembled at that point. So manslaughter was the charges up until the grand jury changed the charges to a more severe charge, which is murder charge. They asked the Dallas County District Attorney Faith Johnson. They said when asked why the grand jury indicted Guyger on the more serious offense of murder, and Johnson replied, "We present the evidence and we explain the law." And Johnson said that murder constitutes intentionally and knowingly committing a crime, whereas manslaughter involves recklessly doing something. That is absolutely correct. She knew that. Now, I don't know her mindset at the time. I don't know for sure if she understood that she was in her apartment or somebody else's apartment, but she knowingly fired 2 rounds. And because she was in his apartment, that constitutes murder charge. There could be no other charge but that. And that's pretty much a brief overview. But the problem that pissed me off and a lot of other people, especially the family of Botham Jean, is it took them 3 days for her to, turn herself in. But the incident happened on September the 6th. And 3 days later, she turned herself in. Now, you and me know for sure that that'd have been you or me or anybody else we know. We'd have got arrested that same day. So the cops have the police officers have this unwritten rule to protect their own. Okay. At some point I could see maybe that's happening, but when it comes to something like this, a very serious crime, you should not be able to protect your own over something like this. Okay. So they got a lot of backlash on that right there. So, and here's a quick note. The media couldn't find anything, any bad photo of Botham Jean. So they had to use a very good photo of him because you know how the media do with black men. They like to doggone put a bad looking photo all the time on there. Sometimes we can just be, just acting a part, but they'll throw that on there to make us look like the villain. So kudos to Botham and his family for having great pictures. That and I know the media disappointed at that, but I'm not on the media. So my video is that I'm talking about today is the fact that yes, the grand jury indicted her, and yes, that is a stepping stone toward the right outcome of what we want. But we need to slow down a little bit. And the reason I say that is because the trial haven't occurred yet. We need to stop being super excited about somebody being indicted. Indicted don't mean crap. Convicted means what we want. Okay? So, we know that police officers in the United States are rarely found guilty of police shootings. I mean, for whatever reason, the grand jury always assemble and say, no, there's not enough evidence to support it, or the cops were justified in shooting people. I mean, sometimes police officers shoot, white people as well. But for the most part, the more ones that get a lot more attention are the white cops shooting unarmed black men. who has not been found guilty, or who not even doggone charged with a crime. Okay, they just go on like they every day something happened, knowing that they just shot and killed somebody. Okay, that's the way it is in America for whatever reason. Okay, so I do want us to hold down a little bit on being super happy until the trial comes out and until they get convicted. Now, anytime I talk about something, these are my own personal feelings and opinions about it. Okay, but this one right here, but if I start talking about the issues, I'm going to make sure that every video from here on out has some type of source that you guys can go in. I'm gonna put it in the description so you guys can go in there yourself and take a look at it under the source. Now, this source right here was taken from multiple news outlets. Number one would be CNN. CNN has a source on that. Scholarworks at Bowling Green State University, things like that. Okay, so and CNN did a study. They tracked cases from 2005 to 2017 on police officers accused of shooting and killing unarmed black men. And, you know, that link is going to be in here. Okay, so in the case that was studied, it shows that black men are 3 times more likely to be shot and killed by police officers. That is ridiculous, because black people only make up a small percentage of the United States. So when you're looking at 3 times more likely, that is a very large number for such a small percentage of people, of black people in the United States. So it seemed like that they're targeting blacks. That's what it seemed like to me, and of course, that's my opinion. But between 2005 and 2017, I'm gonna give you this right here. It said 80 officers had been arrested on murder and manslaughter charges for on-duty shooting. During that 12-year span, 35% were convicted, while the rest were pending or not convicted, according to Philip Stenton, an associate professor of criminal justice at Bowling Green State University in Ohio. Now, these are people that you know, for a living, teach criminal justice and teach classes. So a lot of their stuff that they come up with are actually very tangible numbers. These are not no just made up numbers that I'm talking about or that they're saying. These are actual fact numbers since they started tracking these things, and that's 12 years. That's since 2005, but I'm sure it's a lot more out there. They also said that it's interesting because there's about 1,000 police shootings in America, and only 35% are convicted. So, you know, it didn't go into saying the 1,000 police officers shot and killed black men. It just said about 1,000 police shootings. You know, funny thing is, their first rule is to protect and serve the community, and well, we see a lot of that is not happening. Now, I'm not going to knock all police officers, okay? You still got that 95% of police officers that actually get up in the morning, that want to protect and defend their neighborhood, their city, their state, and all like that. They are the good police officers. But you do have those people that have that trigger finger, that want to go out and do something like that. So I'm not talking about all police officers. I'm talking about just that very small percentage of police officers that does that bull crap. So as I bring y'all this right here, stuff, I'm gonna be basically tracking this myself and trying to stay abreast of what's going to happen to this. I don't know when the actual trial date is going to be, but you know how this is sometimes. A trial date can be pushed back a year. A trial date can be pushed back 2 years. Just depends on, you know, a lot of different things that goes into it. You know, good lawyers. She might have good lawyers. I mean, so again, you know, the trial date could be a year or 2 years from now. I mean, I'm surprised I haven't seen anything out about some GoFundMe campaign. Remember when George Zimmerman shot Trayvon Martin? Somebody started a GoFundMe campaign that raised thousands of dollars for him. I'm surprised that this haven't been done for this ex-police officer, this murderer. So it always comes down to the trial and what lawyers they have. I'm sure she's gonna have some type of big time lawyer, you know, that takes this case, okay? And it really comes down to that. That's when we need to start worrying about it, I believe. But everything is pointing toward the guilty verdict. Again, I can't say that for sure. What I completely understand, but I'm hoping we do get a guilty verdict out of this. I hope the family can get satisfaction. They already filed a lawsuit against the police department, against her, against the city, and all like that. And I hope they win that. I hope they just completely own Dallas because of this right here thing. So, but what I see is, you know, she's a young lady. She's been on the force like 3 or 5 years, so she should have knew better than to fire like that. Okay, but watch. As sure as the sky is blue, when the trial starts, if you look at a photo of her now on the internet, you can see how she looks. But when she get into that trial room, she's gonna come in there looking like little Miss Dorothy. Okay, she's gonna be in there looking like a 15-year-old girl, all innocent and all this and that. I can guarantee you this is gonna happen. Okay, and juries look at that. Okay, so maybe have to be a change of venue, because, you know, if they get a certain makeup of jury, she might have a chance to get off. Okay, but it's going to be very difficult because she's guilty. She went into another man's apartment, shot and killed him in his apartment. So she is guilty, in my opinion, and in millions of other Americans' opinions, and people across the world, I'm sure. So mark my word, you'll see her looking just like that. Okay, so we're facing here a handful of cases. There ain't been that many of white police officers, female white police officers, that has been put on notice, or put on, you know, been convicted of any crime against shooting an unarmed black man. So it's a very small percentage. We definitely going to be tracking this and see where this right here go. I know I'm going to be tracking it to see exactly where it go, and I can't wait to find out when the trial date is. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it to Dallas to go to it, but I definitely will be tracking it over the internet. Hopefully they go ahead and publicize this to be a live trial, so that's going to be trending as well. But I just want to talk a little bit about this. Just to get some opinions on it. Make sure you guys comment. You know, this is the Black Story channel. I want you guys to comment and let me know what I can do to make this channel a little bit better. I like bringing you politics and current events and trending events that's happening in the black community. Again, I'm still working on Adobe animation. That's a doozy. Okay, but I'm still working it, and because I want to bring you other content as well. So be looking out for that. I told you it'll take about a month, 2 months to get that done. Probably more so than 2 months, so I can get that learning curve out the way. But hey, subscribe. I'm trying to grow this platform. I'm trying to get a lot more subscribers. A lot more likes. I'm trying to get to 100 likes on this video. Okay, so give me some likes. Okay, I don't like these, even though I might get a few of them, but I love these right here. And hit the alert button, because more videos will be coming your way. And thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.